So for this project, you're going to need 2 pieces of material which are 9 inches across and 7 inches tall. The interior will be backed with a slightly smaller piece of quilt batting. Center the batting on your panel and then stitch all the way around that to secure. And then your right hand side pocket is crafted from a piece of cotton fabric that is 8 inches wide by 7 inches tall. You're going to fold that in half, so then you have a piece 4 inches by 7, and then fold that folded edge over a 1/2 inch to create a lip and stitch down that to secure. And that pocket will be aligned with the right hand side of your interior panel. Then to fashion the little card slip, you're going to use a piece of cotton fabric that's 8 by 8. Fold that in half so you have a piece that's 4 by 8. Take that top edge and fold it over a 1/2 inch and stitch across. And then take that panel and fold it in half to create a 4 by 3.5 inch piece. And you're going to take your raw edges and align those in the bottom left hand corner of your project and put a pin to hold all of those layers. Then you're just going to stitch down this right hand folded edge, and that will allow you to have 2 separate card slips on the left there, and then a longer slip on the right for a notebook. Now to create the little pen closure, you'll need a piece of material that's 2 by 8, and you're going to fold that like I do all the straps, and then stitch down that open end. 3.5 inches is going to result in the perfect closure for you. So I'm going to cut one more the same size. And then these 2 tabs will get folded in half, and that raw edge is going to hang off of that right hand side a 1/2 inch, and it's going to be positioned down 3 inches from the top. And then on the opposite side, you'll do the same thing, fold that in half and position that with the raw edges hanging over and coming down 2.5 inches. So you want these little tabs to be staggered so that when you close this up, the pen will slip through and interlock that. Okay, so go ahead and stitch the left hand tab in place. Then for this right hand tab, you're going to reach under there and only pin that to the pocket, okay? And we're just going to stitch that to the pocket. We do not want it stitched to the interior layer because then we cannot turn it. Okay, so I have my 2 little tabs in place, and again, that one is only attached to the pocket, not to the whole body panel. All right, this is what it should look like. You're going to take your exterior panel, which is 9 by 7. I'm using that awesome wax canvas, which gives that great wrinkly leather look. And I'm going to position that right side's facing, and I want to stitch across the top, down the left hand side, and across the base. I'm going to leave this right hand side open to turn. And you can trim everything up within 1/4 inch of that seam. And you're going to reach inside there and turn the project right side out. That's what yours should look like. Then reach inside and flip that pocket around to the front. Flatten everything out, make sure nothing is twisted underneath, and then stitch that closed. Trim off that excess within 1/4 inch. And then flip that pocket back around to hide that seam. Press everything again nice and flat, and then top stitch all the way around. And this will fit the small Moleskin notebook. So the back of the journal goes in there, and then you have 2 pockets to separate your cards, whatever you like to carry with you, and then you just interlock the pen in between the 2 tabs to keep the cover closed and the contents secure.